She crusty.
Hideous. What are you doing? Heat in the motor.
Don't try this at home. She chooching now.
Blast through this.
Fingers crossed. This is new. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
It's goo. Wow.
Burn it. Tooth and nail.
Well, it's trash. Look at it.
What was that?
It came to me in a vision. Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Well, this guy, he's a cutie.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cooking. It's like a treasure hunt.
Like it's hard. So that's unfortunate. You painted your hair? Wow. That's awful. What a big mushroom. Oh, look at Rocky. Look at YouTube. Welcome back to the Sleeper Dude YouTube channel. We're back with our 73 Maverick Grabber here. Look at that, right there on the fender. If you watch the other videos, we pulled it out of the mountains. It had been parked for like 30 years, literally on the side of a mountain. And we got it cleaned up in the last video, and Wah hasn't quit talking about it, and she really wants to see if it will run. That's the plan today, is try to get this thing running. We already got the brakes freed up as well, which is nice, makes it a little easier to move around. So it's got a 250 M6 with remnants of the Grabber stripes on the hood here. Love that.
Oh,
so this is, I believe, the biggest 6-cylinder they put in a Ford car. Now, they made a 306 in the trucks, different intake, exhaust design, and everything. But this is, I believe, the biggest 6-cylinder that they put in the cars. I think my Falcon had a 170 in it, and I think the Zephyr has a 200 in it, and this is a 250. So it's a big boy. And I guess Tater's working with us today. He showed up down here this morning. So when you're starting on an old engine like this that's been sitting forever, you really need to oil everything up and let it sit for a while. So we already started on that. So let's cut to that footage. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the spark plugs out. Ooh, that was loose. Ooh, what's that, Ralph?
I don't know.
Looks like she needs some plugs, huh? Wonder what the rest of them look like. They're old big plugs. That one looks a little better. Look at that one.
Wow.
That looks like it's been burning oil or something for a long time on that cylinder.
She crusty.
Ooh, that one's already, look, it's broken. No electrode at all sticking up. And then this plug wire was just sitting on it. What was they trying to get away with there? Why would you put it back if it's nothing there to hook to? That's crazy. Good thing we checked, huh?
Yeah.
So there's what we got. I don't know what kind of deposits those are. Ralphie, what is that?
I don't know, like stalactites.
Is it like antifreeze in the cylinder? I don't know why we're speaking in cave terms, but yeah, that one's completely gone. That's the worst one as far as oil consumption, I think, is that guy right there, number 4. But number 3 is close behind. All right, let's get some oil in the cylinders. We got that Marble Mystery oil here. What does it run off of, Ralphie?
Mysteries, and it works wonders.
So we're gonna put that in every cylinder and let this sit overnight. We're gonna give it some down the carburetor too. Well. Okay, that's good.
I got my limit.
All right, we're gonna let this sit overnight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Real quickly, I want to mention that we have a website, thesleeperdude.com, with all our official merchandise. We try to give you guys good prices on stuff and not beat you up on shipping. We really appreciate your support there. We have lots of t-shirts, hoodies, hats, signed posters, keychains, stickers, a little bit of everything. You can also check us out on our second channel at Sleeper Dude 2. Check us out on our third channel, Sleeper Dude Armed. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Sleeper Dude 88, and also Sleeper Dude on Rumble. And our website is thesleeperdude.com. Thank you for your support. So it's the next day, and it's sat all night with that marble in the cylinders. We don't know if it's free or not, so we still got all the plugs out. So I guess let's start with seeing if it will turn over.
I think it will.
I think
it will.
Well,
You gotta be optimistic. You gotta
Of course,
be
you all think it will turn over.
positive.
Of course.
Are you the sweetest one? You're the sweetest kitty.
Okay.
He's gonna get that pretty white fur cover out here.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all doing here?
We're seeing who's stronger, so like, who gets to go
This
second?
isn't really a representation, but you ready?
You saying who can turn the engine over based off who's
Oh
strong?
my! I think you didn't go for it. That was terrible. That was on a flat.
Go.
Alright, while you're person. So it's a
It's not determining
13/16.
anything. It's not determining anything.
Right under here, I'll try to keep the fan. So somebody had already stole the alternator off this engine. So that's why the belt's
Not ready for
not on right now.
Woo!
At least they didn't cut anything. Look at that. Are you on there straight? It looks like they're not on there straight.
Should we take the fan off?
There you go. I'll try to hold the bottom one. So. Yeah, watch your knuckles because you'll slam right into that. Give it the grunts.
Oh, that's terrible.
Is it stuck? Okay, it's stuck.
What do you need?
Terrible news. Try it, Ralph.
Yeah, it's stuck. It's not good.
Are we cooked? Is that what you're saying?
No, we're just gonna have to get the breaker bar.
Okay, well, let me try it here. Oh no.
Sounds good. It's
I was really hoping that since the water pump was free and the power steering pump was free, that the engine would be free. Because it had plugs in it still, it had a carburetor on it still. Alright, let me try to get that off here. I'm gonna get a breaker bar. I was really hoping it wasn't stuck. The socket's like stuck on there now. It's not gonna have to come loose. Maybe I should go the opposite way. Oh yeah. I really hope this makes a difference. Let's turn the bolt. Really?
That's tragic.
Let's look inside the cylinders. This is my nose. This is Wall's nose. Okay, Ralphie, mouth hole. Let's see if we have terrible, awful moves here. Looks very rusty on the cylinder walls. This is the back cylinder. The valve's open. We got some pitting on the valve seat there.
Looking bad.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, wow, that's really bad.
Very rusty. See the pitting there too?
Yeah.
So why is it so rusty in the cylinders if it was, Is that the top of the piston or? I think we're looking at the top of the piston. That could be carbon. We also have a valve open there. The seat looks hideous. I'm talking about hideous. You can't even really see the valve seat that's supposed to be shiny metal.
Oh, that's
terrible.
unfortunate.
Very rusty. Another valve open. Seems like we got a lot of valves open. A lot of carbon. I really wasn't expecting this.
Neither.
Oh, another valve open. That one doesn't look as bad. It's pitted. I don't know, maybe a squirrel. More rust. And another valve open. I hope we don't have stuck valves. The last one of these motors we worked on, if you remember the black Fairmont, it had all the valves stuck in the head. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, it's looking like there's just a significant amount of rust in the cylinder bores. I don't know why, because the motor was sealed up, but it could have been really damp there all the time, you know? We've noticed that cars that sit around a lot of moisture tend to be stuck. I'm gonna go ahead and take the water pump pulley off just to get more room to work here. Does this not have a fan shroud from the factory? I feel like it would have had a fan shroud. These cars are definitely longer front end than the Falcon because we did not have this much room in the Falcon.
Oh no.
Marge doesn't let Tater out much. He doesn't act good outside, so
He's just now learning how to get out and
how to
come
act
back
like somebody.
inside
Is that what you mean?
without being chased.
There's not enough room to get the bolts out with the ratchet on it. There you go. These are always like a fine thread 5/16. Set that over there on the floor. Okay. Who knew?
That's tragic. I didn't know.
Look at that. That's been wallered before, hasn't it? That center hole's not round. Looks like they did it with their pocket knife. The belt is stuck to the pulley down here. So it's been there a long time. Okay, we might have to get that later. It's not wanting to come off there. What are you doing, Tater? Where did he come from? Are you going up to the lift? You're gonna make that jump?
He's gonna be dirty.
Ready to catch him or just let him?
He's got this.
He's,
He's just gonna.
he's looking at the rafters and everything. This is not gonna go well.
He does some crazy jumps in the house, doesn't he? Okay, he's just gonna hang out there, I guess. I'm right above my head. He'll probably swat at me the whole time.
I hope so. One can only hope.
You better stay there, little line. Tell me if the crank moves. That's just a bolt right there.
Gosh.
Wow.
It's just stuck. Man, I don't want to round this off. How are we gonna break that loose? Cause I've been down this road before, and if you crank too hard on that bolt, you either snap the bolt off or just keep stretching and stretching. You know, something we've never tried, I wonder what it would do, is I wonder if you put heat in the cylinders with a little torch.
Will that not explode with a marvel?
Maybe.
You want to try it with a battery? We've done that before.
We have had that happen where we couldn't break it loose and then the starter did, but I always worried about breaking the starter or something when you do that stuff.
Well, you just gotta be quick to let off.
I don't think it's going to turn me off though. I think it's going to break the bolt loose. We'll try it though. Sometimes when you got a stuck bolt, you need to go another way. Yeah, let's just turn the bolt. Oh, this isn't starting out good, guys. Let's see, is our carburetor stuck? That's moving, but the carburetor's not. It moves a tiny bit and then jams up. So everything's stuck. All right, we're gonna try this. Put some heat in the cylinder. Wall's gonna get started over there. I've never tried to light something up that had marble on it, so I don't know how flammable it is. There you go. You gotta put some heat in the motor.
Why is it smoking over there?
It's smoking out of the ones next to it, I don't know. It's probably the exhaust valve though. Look at that, it's coming out of the very back one even.
Marge said it was a bad idea, just saying.
Well, it sees more heat than this when it's running. That's weird, it comes out of the other cylinders. Even at the very back cylinder. How cool is that? There's still a fire going in that front one.
Oh,
See it?
amazing.
Oh look at that.
Smoke ovals. That's enough.
It's just the back bars off.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, for sure. It's gotta loosen that rust up. Heat always works, right?
Yeah.
I just can't believe how much it comes out the other cylinders.
That one's really strong.
We're probably gonna have to open a door.
Yeah, we might need to open one of the big doors and vent this out. Setting up smoke signals here. It's on fire in the back cylinder. I'm not even got there yet.
Well, maybe now's a good time to start trying to turn it over. What's that line you about to catch a fire?
I've never seen anybody do this either. We may be. That one, the piston must be at the top because it just won't let me get in there hardly. Yeah, okay, don't want to light that on fire. No, I'm gonna get a little more heat up front and then we're gonna try to turn it over. It looks funny, doesn't it? It shows you how much one cylinder affects another one, huh?
Gran, you don't want none of this.
You've probably seen this down before.
Did that have any effect on anything?
Okay.
It's not turning yet. Tell me the crank moves. It's just a bolt turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Big toy?
Big toy?
We could try the starter.
Yeah, I just don't want to hurt it is all. Let's try a second treatment of heat.
Oh, God. Go hide, Wall. She's chooching now. Not the trash can, Granny. She's sure there's something good in there.
Weird noises.
Sounds good running, don't she?
Let's try it again. Come on, work with us.
Just turn that bolt.
Let's just loosen the bolt. Come on. You'd think that would break it loose, you know? Just the bolt still?
Yeah.
Man,
You need round form?
I don't think it's gonna change anything here.
Valiant effort.
I really thought that would have an effect on it. And it may have had an effect on it, but not enough, huh?
Should we put something different down the cylinders? Maybe some PB Blaster?
Maybe.
What about like vinegar?
I've heard everything. I've heard transmission fluid, I've heard kerosene, diesel fuel, you name it. We've heard it. I mean, we could try something else and let it sit for a while and see what happens. Or we could take the cylinder head off, clean the cylinder walls from the top and hit them with like a block of wood and a hammer. We're gonna figure something out. So I'm going to put some PB Blaster down in there since Marge wants us to. Let it sit for a little bit again and see if that has any effect on it.
What type of shot would you say it is?
This is about a 150 shot right here. We'll go eat something and come back, see if that helps. It's actually been a couple hours. I'm gonna give it one more chance, and if this don't work, we'll pull the cylinder head off. I'm gonna go with a torch again. Let's see how flammable PB Blaster is
Back up, babies.
versus marble.
Fingers crossed.
Trying to blow some of this out of here. I went over all of them twice. Let's give it one last hit here with the breaker bar. Okay, you watch that crank pulley, Wall.
Okay.
It's crazy how I get stuck with that, huh? Where's that pipe, Ralph? Let's see how that. I'm here and get to the hood.
It's just tightening the bolt.
Something to do with it. What in the world? That really surprises me. Okay, let's start tearing it apart. Pull the valve cover, carburetor, and cylinder head off this thing.
You know, it could be that the engine was locked down. That might have been why it was parked. I mean, he didn't know.
That's something I haven't thought about, but yeah, you're right. We're gonna take the hood off and get better access to all this. Right hand over the corner of the hood. Woo! You're right. At least the hood bolts are coming out. Set the frames down real quick. Bracket for the throttle goes over this, so you gotta take all it off. At least it only has one head to pull off instead of two.
I'm gonna put them on the ground for you.
Little snack, Gran.
There you go.
You don't use them?
Troubles? You can cut it if you have to.
No, I have.
Looks like we got one going down this way from the top, and then we got the other one going over probably to our distributor. Oh, the choke hose. So this is like a, I don't know what they call it, like thermal choke or whatever. It gets heat from the exhaust manifold, goes up this tube, and the heat from the exhaust weakens the spring and opens the choke.
This is new. I don't know what she's looking.
What is she doing to you?
I don't
She
know.
likes that hoodie, huh? Listen, if you buy a hoodie at thesleeperdue.com, they're all been licked by Granny. Right, okay? We will sell you a hoodie that Granny's licked, okay? These are bad about breaking when you take them loose because they're on the exhaust side and they're really thin tube. They get rusty. There's our carburetor off there. Okay, that only opens a tiny bit and is jammed right there. Is that because of the choke? No, the choke's free.
Look, it's still puffing out.
Something's jammed up in that thing. We'll have Granny go work on it for a while. Got any more? Oop, cracked the seal there. This guy, we really need to take that loose.
Pull it out that way?
It's the same bolt that holds the coil on here.
Oh my lord.
Oh.
It's like that other one.
Is it rusty or is it
It's
just
terrible.
croaked up?
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, whoa, this is so heavy. Hold on. Why is this so heavy? Ooh.
Oh, what is that?
This is, I don't change my oil. That's what this is.
I'm not sure if this
Wow.
camera
That
is
is
grasping
so
this.
That
Bad.
black Fairmont wagon was like that.
Yeah, but it was rusted. This is slightly better than rusted up. Oh, wow.
At least it kept it oiled. Just not a good type of oil.
Feel how heavy it is with all the sludge.
Oh my lord.
It's like double the weight it
It's
should
so
be.
thick.
Feel it, Wall.
That's ridiculous.
Engine was not taken care of, guys. Change your oil. Wow. Once again, unexpected. Okay. Look at the back. Look back here how caked on that is. You can't even see where the push rod starts. It's so
Look at
nasty.
this one right here.
So I wonder if we got stuck valves. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's a head bolt under there.
What?
And this is our rocker shaft bolt. So look. Doo-doo-doo. Just got a little coating on it, that's all. Look at that. What's this called? ASMR? So we can take this rocker shaft off. And hopefully our cylinder head and valves actually go up and down and they're not stuck. All right, let's see if any of that's stuck. Should be able to pull this off as an assembly. Oh my gosh, it's so caked up. The valves are stuck. They should have all came up. And the rocker shafts are stuck. That one's not. Okay. That's the only one. Oh, the very front one and the very back one are not stuck. Everything else is stuck. Look at that. Look how thick this is. I didn't even get it all right there. Yeah, this engine may have expired.
Expired.
On its own.
Expired.
Don't sling it. You're gonna have it everywhere.
I don't even know. I
Get it-
literally bent over to look, and it just.
Get the piece you slung in the floor before we chomps it.
You want me to hit it?
Yeah, give them a tap. See if they bounce back up. Try to hit the valve stem in the center, not the spring.
Oh.
Down, staying down.
Well,
We're getting a bounce back.
All right. Oh, whoa. It's not popping back up, bro. Tragic, huh?
that's so tragic.
Hold on, let me get that two-way one. Wow. Oh, got one good one. Okay, let's not hit that.
So I think we have 2 right now.
2 out of 12.
Yeah.
This one. So this one and the very front one, it's opening too. If that thing's open like 2,000, it's not gonna have any compression. Well, now we gotta start digging to find head bolts. So they're in there somewhere. Wow, we're gonna have such a mess.
So bad. That is literally so bad.
That's accurate. And is there another head bolt? This is the head bolts here. Half of them are inside the valve cover and half of them are outside the valve cover.
I think that's one, and that, and that.
Is there one in there? Yeah, right there.
Hey, look, that
You
guy.
can't even like tell they're there,
I think
really.
that's one.
It's not looking good. Wow. Oh man.
That is so gross.
I just wonder what the rest of the motor looks like if this looks this bad.
We went from a liquid to a solid.
You remember with the black Fairmont, we bent all the push rods trying to spin it because the motor would turn a little bit on it. And then we pulled it apart and all the rocker shafts and valves were stuck. Are our push rods
Oh, she done been, I bet.
not bent? The motor hadn't even turned.
Why are they so
Crusty?
It's terrible.
The world's crustiest push rods right here.
Pretty bad. That back one looks terrible.
Have you ever seen push rods so crusty?
No, I don't think I have.
I don't
honestly.
think so.
Wow.
Yummy.
You guys told me this thing was going to run.
Yeah, y'all said it was.
Those guys.
Don't you give him another hammer?
No, not yet. Well, the head bolts are coming out at least. God, it's slinging, isn't it? There's some antifreeze coming out. I guess it still had antifreeze in it.
You might have to do that.
This base plate's in the way of this last head bolt. I can just slide it over.
Whoa.
Oh, you're pulling the whole head up.
Oh, it's pouring from everywhere.
Hey, we need the pool.
We got our Dollar General swimming pool here. Just gotta give it a twist, Ralphie.
Oh. Ah! That's like green antifreeze. We don't even have that. We got the water mix.
We ain't got any antifreeze right now. Around here. Look, our ground strap here. We gotta cut our exhaust off, don't we?
Yeah.
Probably the easiest way to do it. Alright, got that cut loose. Now we gotta try to lift this big heavy cylinder head off here. It's cast iron. They're heavier than, a normal small block cylinder head would be.
What's going on? What is she doing?
Okay. Y'all get in the back of the head, in the front. Team lift situation here. Okay, Gary.
That race wasn't even away.
Grab the back edge and grab that linkage there or whatever. Straight up.
It's stuck.
Or is it that heavy?
It's that heavy.
Oh, that's so great.
Oh, we got a heater hose. Just sit down. Forgot one thing.
There's always one bolt or one last thing.
Yeah. This is one of them things where you hook your garden hose up to it and flush your cooling system. It's a kit. Oh! Alright, now, see if we can get it off the front.
it. Oh, Lord. I feel good. You got it?
Yeah.
There's all of our stuck valves. They're open. Combustion chambers just look kind of dirty. And the head surface looks nice and shiny. That's a good start. Hey, it's got a multi-layered steel head gasket that's bent. In theory, you could throw that back on it. We did ruin the valve cover gasket though. But look at the oil drain back passages through here. How caked up they are.
They're terrible.
They are super terrible. We must not have burned any holes through the pistons with our torch. Yeah, I knew that one was at the top. Look at the amount of rust. It's just like we saw, especially this one.
Can you like scrape it?
Look, some of that's carbon buildup. Dish top pistons, of course, because it's the 70s. Can we turn over now that we have no stuck valve train to deal with? Wow.
Wow.
Absolutely no difference.
Should I like put something on there and hammer it to push it down?
We can try that, yeah. Pull a little bit towards that way.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
How is that stuff? That's unfortunate.
It is, in fact, unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
I came down here today hoping that it was free and it would spin and the valves worked and it had compression and it would, you know, start. I feel like we tackle very challenging engines to try to get around here. Let's get our junk out of here. That didn't even hurt the pistons. Oh, wow. That's super thick right there. Look in the bottom of that one.
Ooh.
Look how bad that is.
That's so gross.
That one doesn't look that bad. That one looks kind of bad. That's 100% the worst. And look.
I think that's.
Oh, look. There's no dish top there. It's goo.
Oh.
Give me a screwdriver.
Yeah, scrape it.
Let's see how deep this is. Look at that. Wow. Now, how did that happen? So is that number 4? Look at the plugs. They're still in order over there. Is it number 4 that was so bad? How'd you get that much in there, though? Like, if it was running, this shouldn't have just accumulated in there. Wow. It's so gooey.
It's like glue.
Man. Look at that junk. I've never found something like that inside of a cylinder before.
That's crazy.
Look at that. How thick those chunks are. Because this cylinder, if the engine's running, even if it's getting oil in it, is going like 1,000,000 miles a minute up and down. And the valves are opening, so all this should go out, you know?
Yeah.
How gooey that is. Unless that filled up with oil after it got parked. That's like unbelievable, isn't it? There's no telling what the bottom of this motor looks like.
So this is the number 4 one. I think it's the worst one, which correlates with that.
Yeah, Ralphie was right. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna vacuum that back out.
You can see the bottom of it now.
Look how that ridge, though, is so thick on the wall there. Look, I thought that might stay lit for a minute. Burn some of that unburnt oil off there. Look how that one's burning different. There's so much unburnt oil in there.
Make some s'mores of that.
Yeah.
Some of it's like going back to liquid.
I gotta think if we can get some heat in the ring, it would help a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I'll try to heat them all up again. We're gonna try a block of wood and a hammer while trying to turn this thing. That worked. Maybe try just the hammer, not just. Squishing the wood down, isn't it? Well, let's try the terrible one. Okay.
Okay.
With that, didn't I? This thing's fighting us, isn't it?
Tooth and nail.
Did you split that in half?
Yeah. Just busting pieces of wood, aren't we? I'm gonna hit this with a hone. I don't even know that it'll touch it, honestly. Let's see what that does. Really, this isn't what's stopping it right now, because really what's below there, where the rings are, is what's stopping it. It's got a cylinder wall ridge. Look at that. See how it's shiny just at the top? It's liquefying that oil and putting it right back on top of the piston. There's really only these center trees that I can get down in there right now. The rest of them are too close to the top. It's not even cutting all the way through it back here. That's a coarse stone too on the hone. Ooh, there's a chunk. Well, I can see shiny metal now at least. Gee, look at that.
Ciao.
Yeah, real. Looks better, but still, it's still black in there. This is classic 1970s. See how far down in the bore that is? That's because a lot of times, to knock compression out of them, they would put the piston down in the bore because it essentially makes the combustion chamber bigger, which is bad for basically everything. Okay, we're gonna have to trim it, bub.
You maybe use the other side. Okay, we're gonna have to trim some more.
A little bit more. Thank you, sir. A few adjustments. There you go. All right, I'm gonna give it the smoke. No wonder we couldn't get turnover, huh? Yeah. Did that move? I felt like it gave. Y'all watch these other pistons. Move.
I don't think it did.
All right, let me try a different cylinder. Let's try it with the thing now. Maybe we broke it loose. That's good, buddy. Good, buddy. Oh, man. It's not feeling like it moved, Marge.
I don't know, that may break.
It's not doing nothing with it. It doesn't feel like it's moving now to me. I don't want to bust the pistons, you know. I don't know how much of that they can take. Oh, it's moving.
You did it!
It moved just a little bit when I went that way.
Like a half an inch.
Okay, maybe we're getting somewhere now. So the block of wood must have broke it loose. I thought I felt it give at first.
That's all my weight.
You get to go any farther? Oh, I don't like that, does it?
No. What filter does that have?
Driver's choice. They definitely drove this one. I mean, they drove her probably.
It's their choice to put no oil in it.
Okay. We're just getting what, about an inch of movement maybe?
You think the starter would do it?
It might now. I'd feel better about it now than I would.
I bet it's like gunk under there too. Like
On the bottom side?
Yeah.
It won't go back.
That's crazy. I honestly didn't think we'd ever get it broke loose.
I know. Well,
It was really bad.
we got to move at least. Let's try the starter. What do you say?
Why not?
Stitch it.
I'm gonna reattach our ground cable here. I'm gonna put it on the block. Yeah. Thanks, Stacks.
This thing is so hokey doke looking. It's like,
Hokey doke. What's hokey doke?
I don't know. Well, it's trash. Look at it. She's like all crumpled up. It's pretty bad.
Look at that cable.
Wow.
No sparks yet. All right, let's see if it does anything with the key. Nothing. No lights come on, no nothing. Let's see if we're actually getting a connection here. We do have power there. We got a ground. So if I touch this, it should spin the motor over in theory. She went just a little bit. All right, let's back it up and try it again, huh?
Yeah.
Try to get it back as far as I can get it. That's a hard stop, isn't it?
Yep.
Don't want to hurt the starter or the flywheel.
I'm gonna say it's probably got something really bad down on the bottom end, and That's why it was hard.
That's something terrible down there.
No, like something solid.
Sounded pretty solid.
Okay.
What was that?
Yeah, the starter was free spinning and I actually touched it again.
Your face.
I was worried out there.
Wow.
What is so solid?
It's definitely like a main cap.
It's not gonna do it, is it?
I think it's moving more.
Think it's moving more every time?
No, I think it's literally the same every
I think it's getting higher because look, that's where it used to be and it's going farther down.
That's true.
You might have something there, Ralph. It's really hard to get it to move back, which is puzzling. Like, what's it stuck against? Is it just that tar in the cylinders?
Maybe. Molasses.
Oh, there you go. See? It's like jammed against something, it feels like. Go back as far as I can. That's all it's got right there.
It's definitely coming more.
Yeah?
Because it looks even farther down now.
Okay. I'll keep trying it.
Maybe once it goes up and starts going back down, it'll be better.
I wish it'd just take off and start spinning. Crazy how hard that feels when it hits the spot. I don't know. I don't want to hurt this starter.
Oh.
That guy's not going.
Saw that.
It's on the inside.
Really stuck, huh?
I don't think it's going. But I don't want to like break him or something.
Ralphie brags about all his hammers and stuff. I put that handle in myself.
Yeah, I know. And I want him to let me cut that off and put a good one in.
Those are so stuck. All those are gonna have to come out. Probably sanded the valve stems and put them back in. I'm just giving my back a break, guys. I can only do so many of those pulls before I start. Like right now, I'm having nerve pain down my leg from my back.
L5s have L4.
We may soak this thing in PB Blaster and let it sit overnight. We actually have some appointments to go to this evening. We may have to let this sit overnight and soak and let my back take a rest.
That'd probably be a smart idea.
Spray this stuff too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
She makes the most gross burping noises.
Yummy. That looks so
Why are you
awful.
getting a can?
It's coming up some, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just not all the way.
Wow.
That one works. Why do you think that
Well,
one's different?
That one's kind of just a little.
Yeah. What would be different?
That's a good question, Dad.
Basically a valve job in a can. There's gunk falling out on the floor as you do that.
Get back down there.
Some of them are starting to move easier, aren't they?
Yeah. Like that last one.
Well, maybe some magic will happen overnight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Shoo out.
All right, we're back. It's actually been a couple days. I wanted to let it soak as much as possible. I've been spraying PB Blaster in it multiple times a day. It came to me in a vision, in a dream, that I should drain the oil and see what's in it. It feels like the crank's coming around and hitting something. It may just be all on the bore and I'm crazy, but it feels like to me the crankshaft is hitting something in the bottom of the motor. But maybe I'm wrong. But I want to drain the oil and see what's in it because it may be full of water. We don't know. Oh, it jumped up there, didn't it? Oh, we're losing some antifreeze in the back. What do you guys think's in the oil pan?
A lot of stuff.
You think it's good or do you think it's gonna be bad?
Terrible.
I'm just wondering if it's water now. Or terrible sludge, right?
Yeah, thick.
Nothing make them out at all.
That's true, I guess, yeah.
Maybe so. so.
I didn't pull the dipstick on it. Oh, we already got water. That makes sense. That's antifreeze. So some of that's probably from us taking the cylinder head off. Hopefully. See the chunks though? That seems like too thin.
Fluid or gas or something.
It looks way too thin, doesn't it? Especially in the cool weather like now. It kind of smells like gasoline. Looks like it stopped up in there. Oh, there's oil. Okay. Wonder what that was before it. Is our drain pan gonna hold it all?
No, and I was just about to tell you, you better get ready to grab another one.
Some chunks coming through. Yeah, see it's hit my finger. Hard chunks coming out. That oil there doesn't look too bad, but it feels way thin. I expect it to be really thick, you know? Gonna have to go to the second pan. That's a lot of fluid. Now is that empty or is that filled up with chunks now?
Yeah, I guarantee it's got chunks.
Let's stop all at once, kind of. Let's see. Is it chunky? Ooh. I'm hitting something solid right there. Is it like baffling? It must be baffling in that pan. Maybe that's it, but it just seemed like it stopped all at once, didn't it? Mm-hmm. I'll let it drain there for a second.
That was old gas coming out of that. I smelled it.
If there's one thing Marge knows, it's the smell of
I
old
smell
gas.
gasoline.
Yeah, she tells him all the time. I wonder if I could put a camera up through the drain plug and see. It felt like there was like a baffle above it though. Let's try it.
Like something in there.
I've never went up the drain plug with this camera before. What are you seeing?
That old pickup.
Well, it's very sludgy looking. Okay, there's cranks and rods and things. I don't see anything obvious, so maybe it is the bore messing us up. Just super sludgy. Look how
It's dirty.
chunky it is. Somebody took terrible care of this one. Well, I just thought there might be something crazy in there, but it don't look like it. All right, let's try to turn it over some more. As you can tell, it's been soaking in PB Blaster. I don't know how much of an effect that's had on it, but like, I know I'd spray it and come back several hours later, and some of the cylinders it was gone, and I'd spray it again, so maybe it got down in the rings. I'm just gonna hit it with a starter first thing. I backed the motor up this way again. Let's see if it did any magic to it. Is that farther?
That's farther.
Yeah.
See, it wasn't that close to the top, was it?
No.
Well, look right here. Look at that back cylinder. It shows you. See, it's like an inch farther down
Yep.
than it was on that.
And that front one looks like that too.
I'm worried we're gonna strip out this bolt because even though we have the correct size socket, it's still really loose on there. Wow, it won't even back up.
Squeeze, you working this morning?
Yeah.
Got your fireplace going?
Yeah.
Why will that not go back? It won't go back at all?
That's literally all my
Loosen
way.
the bolt.
Why is it doing that?
It didn't do that the other day. So it won't even back up now. How does it jam that tight? I guess let's try the old block wood and a hammer thing and back it up. Y'all promised me this was gonna be easy. Why would it not back up?
She's stuck.
We were wrong this one time.
First time for everything, huh?
Yep.
That socket's looking crooked now. Oh, it went. It moved right there.
I thought it slipped.
I mean, I feel like the starter's doing a better job than we are. I'm just worried about hurting it is all. Well, we gave it a break, right?
Yeah.
It went further.
I think it's the same spot.
I don't know.
So what happens if you keep bumping it with a starter?
Now?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna go any farther than that. Yeah, we're gonna break something if we do that.
Okay.
It needs to be able to engage and turn, you know, before it encounters a lot of resistance. That's why I keep backing it up every time. It broke the bolt loose, didn't it?
Yep.
Well, how are we gonna back it up? It's just loosening our bolt. The block of wood doesn't seem to have any effect on it, did it? Well, I don't know another option if the bolt
Here's your
backs
thing.
up.
What are we gonna do with it? What are we gonna do with it?
While I'm contemplating what to do here to get the motor back up, I'm gonna go ahead and hone out this cylinder because I think the piston's down far enough now I can get to it. Just to help things really, really cool. See how it's getting shiny at the top? A little better there, huh? I can see some bare metal. I think we can do the front one and the very back one. Give it a spray there,
Front
Walt.
one's pretty bad.
Can't really go up and down much like I need to. It's got to be better than what it was, huh?
Yeah, I think it's better.
That way, if it does make it this far, it'll have less rust to encounter.
You should clean out number 4 again.
This guy?
Yeah. I see a big chunk on the side.
It helps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that goop there. It's broke some stuff down. This is puzzling to me. How it can move that much and still be that stuck. That looks better.
The side towards you is really bad.
Yeah, there's that chunkies on the
Yeah,
bottom.
you should
Right here?
look at it from this side.
Oh, yeah. I do
don't
feel
know if
that.
It's like pitted.
I think that's just that caked up wool.
Yeah, but why didn't the home get it?
Because that's not what homes are made to do. They're not made to get caked on oil. We might should pick at it with like a screwdriver or something without trying to scratch the bore all to pieces. This should be scraped off every time the motor spins. I don't understand that. How it even happened. It's like just caked on, baked on oil stuff. No, I got my dentist pick here. I don't like doing this in a bore, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do when it's this rough.
That sounds horrendous.
It's that cross hatch right there. Some sandpaper now. If this one's trying to come up, this may be our whole issue right here, you know? Yeah. It's really caked on out there, isn't it? Is this gonna be the ticket right here?
I hope so.
All that junk that came off the walls. All right, let's vacuum it out and try to hone it again. It feels smoother to the touch there. How's it look?
It looks better.
Did it get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Got most of it out? Well, maybe we'll try to drive that one down specifically. We think he's the troublemaker here. Right there is a little bit tarred up. You don't want to stay in there. Let me try going with the breaker bar again. We're going to try to turn it forward. And move just a little bit. Okay, hold on. You think it'll go back the other way now? Okay. Okay. Is that piston going down? The one that is the troublemaker?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it did.
So we need to go down farther.
Yeah, that went farther.
When it's at the bottom, we can do a little more work on that bore.
Yeah, it's down.
So why does it stop there? It won't back up any farther. Because it just moved past there. So if it was that bore, why would it not continue to back up? That doesn't make sense. It won't back up any farther than that. Get some of it off there.
That's a ton better than it was.
You can see how nasty it was.
Yeah. Marge had a good thought, putting the drain plug back in it and filling it up with diesel fuel into the oil passages, like soaking the crank and rods and stuff. The cylinder head and valve cover and push rods and junk all needs to be soaked as well. This is becoming like a long-term video, huh? Okay, so it's tighten the bolt up there. What was that? Just slipped off? Have we stripped our bolt out? Was that not on there good? That's about where it stopped before, wasn't it, with the pistons?
Yeah. Hit with a starter.
Well, we need to back up though and hit with the starter. Yeah. If this don't work, we may have to soak that. You just got crank rods, pistons, and a flywheel spinning. I mean, what could it be hitting? Just loosen the bolt. Let's try it there with the starter again. We know that really bad bore is cleaned up. The only other thing I can think of is it's really terrible at the bottom of the bore and we can't see it. Like the piston's coming down and hitting like a bunch of either rust or a bunch of caked up sludge at the bottom. I'm just afraid we're gonna hurt our starter because it doesn't seem to be getting any easier to move, you know? And we're about to strip out that bolt. Let's let some stuff soak. Let's do Marge's plan.
Yay.
Soak it in diesel fuel on the bottom. I've got some diesel fuel here. Try to soak the cylinder head in something.
We had that big tub.
Oh, we might could do diesel fuel on it too, huh? I thought I put an ultrasonic, but Raffy was measuring it and it's like 10 inches longer than our ultrasonic cleaner. Okay, we got a tote here so we can set it in. Maybe, just maybe we can free all this stuff up.
She nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I forgot how bad it is.
I know, me too.
We should have had this soaking while we were doing other stuff, but we didn't. I think I'm gonna put this in the ultrasonic.
Yeah, let's do that.
You better get rid of them gloves. You'll have it everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. We're gonna fill it up. Same thing over here. We gotta get those valves soaked. We have to get some more fuel, huh?
Nah.
Oh, we're putting more in the engine. That's where the lifters are. That'll help free up our lifters. I think we're about full. Okay. After it sat for a second here, it drained back down, so that wasn't completely full. And this isn't completely submerged, so I'm gonna go get some more diesel. We're gonna get this thing completely full.
I think it'll work, honestly. Like fully submerging it, I think it'll eat away at it and just keep on.
Mark's got the good ideas.
Sometimes.
It's already turning a brown color. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's still
but-
looking dirty.
Yeah, it's already looking like it.
Well, this guy. Hey, leave me alone. If you haven't watched the second channel, this is the new pup around here. Oh! What are you attacking me for? Bite somebody else.
Hi, Dad.
He's a cutie,
Yeah, he is a cutie.
and he bites. I'm not used to buying this diesel fuel. It's $4 a gallon, too. They're stuck together.
Ooh.
We got enough now, don't we?
Yeah.
I just want to get all the valve stems completely submerged.
I think this might be the ticket, honestly.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see in a day or two.
I hope so.
See if Marge's idea works. Well, we're at the 24-hour mark now, guys. I'm letting this stuff sit. We've been turning this on and off. Oh, look at those push rods and head bolts. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
That makes quick work of that, doesn't it?
That's a lot better.
Still got some gunk right there, but that's just because it was all piled together. Is the carburetor free? That's a no. Still stuck. Head bolts. Oh, you okay, Walt?
Yeah.
Head bolts are looking better. I'm gonna put that back in there. Maybe we can get them chunks off. Let's go see about the motor. I did reapply. I put some more in this thing because it had kind of seeped down. These cylinders were almost empty. I guess we'll just pull the drain plug and drain it into the DG swim pool and see what we find.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no idea what to expect here. I don't know how crazy this is gonna look. We're about to find out though. Is it gonna be diesel or oil coming out here? Oh, it's got a lot of pressure behind it. Oh, it's gonna come out. I'm feeling chunks go by. You just randomly get like chunks of stuff. It's gonna take a while to drain this. Look, something changed. Something's plugging that hole. Where's the screwdriver, Walt? Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, you feel them chunks hit that? Something chunky came out. It's actually clearer than I thought it'd be, you know? Maybe it's because they put so much in it. I kind of expected a bunch of sludge at some point. This ain't gonna fill us full up all the way, is it? How long is this gonna go for? Since it was full to the top, I don't know how many gallons we put in it. Starting to probably slow down. Anything thick coming out? Look at the stuff there a little bit. Is that all? We'll just leave the drain plug out of it. See that sludge there coming out? Maybe we'll just sit there and leak that junk out now. Surprisingly clean though. I expected it to be really bad, actually. I think we gotta go back first. Oh, it don't go back still. I'm gonna take this loose. It's just right in our way. I don't know if it's gonna come off. Something else that's stuck. Yeah, we need a little bit more degrees of motion, huh? Are you still completely stuck? After all that? Will it back up now? It won't even back up. I really expected that to freeze some stuff up. Didn't you?
I for sure thought it would.
Yeah, let's just loosen the bolt.
She don't want to go.
That's crazy. Wow. That can't be too far from rounding the head of that bolt off. It's not that good. We've tried so many different ways. All right, let's look at the cylinder head and see if the valves are freed up at all yet. Still chunky. Let me drain out these. What was that?
Oh, my hand's wet.
You see the chunks come out of it? Stuff's coming out. Look how black that diesel fuel is. Well, that's a lot better. You can see metal now. Couldn't see any metal before. Is any of these free? This guy was free. He's still stuck. Even after all that, we got 3 out of all those that are free. Hey, that's good. That one's not good. That one's good. Not good. We have 4 that are working?
Yeah.
Well, not good news all around, huh? Still stuck. I'm sure it has some rust and stuff. That is such thick sludge. Look at that. Really unbelievable how thick this is. So sludged up. The sludge puppy, is that what that'd be called? Get over here around the valve springs and it's just solid sludge is all it is. I kind of expected it to free up some of them. Marge, you promised.
I'm sorry.
Ralph, see if you can loosen up some of these rockers. There you go. That's helping. Usually one end's worse than the others from our experience. Well, this looks promising, huh?
Yeah?
Like that. Okay, we might could work with this. There's about a third of them that are still stuck. They're trying to get them free. They can spin all the way around that shaft, so we need to try to get them where they'll just free spin around there. I keep hoping that we'll tighten this bolt enough and then it'll let us back the motor up. Stripping that bolt head out. See, it's kind of loose on there, even though it's a 6-point.
Oh, there you
It
go.
move?
Yep.
Hey, so maybe we can back it up and hit it again with the starter. That seems to be our best bet so far. I mean, I guess there's other options, like a broke timing chain that's balled up inside there on the gears, you know. I haven't looked to see if the lifters are moving or anything. I don't know what else it would be.
It's crazy. You getting them, buddy?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done.
At least something freed up today.
I'm just checking to make sure they're off.
They look a lot better. Not so gunked up.
Yeah.
I think you're good, huh?
Yeah.
I just let it sit in there and soak. Now it's just the head and the block. Same spot and stop again. It did move a little bit out there. I don't like doing that to it though. Ooh, we can't do that. So it went past where it has before, because this came to the top and went back down. What was that noise? Yeah, that bolt head's round now. So our starter doesn't want to go any farther, and our bolt head's rounded off. Here's what we're dealing with the bolt head. Not good.
Looking good.
We don't have a whole lot of options. We saw the piston come all the way to the top and start going back down, so I'm going to try to hit it again. Now look. There's got to be something, right?
I think it's gotta
It
be
seems
something.
like it's hitting something metal. Do we just tear into it and see what's up?
I think we have to.
I don't see this thing running at this point. As bad as those valves are, like, obviously you could take it to a machine shop and wait 9 months and then maybe get it running with that. But I mean, really, it'd be very interesting to see if there's anything wrong with the timing chain system or if there's anything wrong with the bottom end of the motor. But it has to have all its pistons and rods still in it because they're moving.
Yeah.
So we know we haven't thrown a rod through the block or something like that. All right, let's yank it out and look at it. See what's up. We don't want to leave y'all hanging.
That is pretty nasty.
It is nasty and it looks like it's coming out of there, yeah. I wouldn't swim in it. We're doing a swap out here. We got an air over hydraulic cylinder in the fan mail. We're gonna swap this bad boy out and try it. You got it? Look at that. He'll have that on something. He'll have like a homemade tractor with a front end loader that he does this to get it up.
Where's it go?
Yes.
What's that mean?
The cranky boy.
Oh, so
You have to have
that's
access to the cranky boy. Machine, you go up or down or what?
up. There we go. You're good.
This thing gonna be cooking around right now?
It's gonna be straight cooking.
We're gonna have to do like a speed test on it.
A hit and a miss.
It wants to work even when we don't want to. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
You alright?
I slipped.
Not even a struggle. Okay. Better get down.
Help me.
Here, Papa. About there. Yours has been cut off.
What?
You'll have to go sideways with it. The Falcon. No, I think it was the Falcon. We had to cut that off.
You ready?
Yeah, go up some.
Cooking.
All right, go up till you get some tension on it, right?
Oh, you're cooked.
Hold points in there. Talk about cooking. Trying to take the whole power steering setup off in one piece. I don't want to cut any of these lines or anything. I don't know what the future is yet for this thing. It's funny that it's a power steering car in a 6-cylinder, but it has manual brakes. There's our power steering out of the way. I don't think we're really using that factory fuel line. Did your motor mounts come loose, Ralph? Are they 9/16?
Yeah.
That motor mount's out. I got both bolts out. They didn't move at all. Oh, there's another bolt, Ralph.
Where?
Right below my fuel pump, there's another bolt. As far as I know, that's all the motor mount bolts, and nothing's moving at all. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to get to these bell housing bolts. Can't get to them with a ratchet, but you can get to them with a boxing wrench.
I'm taking the battery cable off from the starter solenoid to the starter.
Pretty simple setup. There's not a whole lot to unhook here. I think I got all my side out. I'm on the last bell housing bolt here. I think we gotta take the starter loose, so. Look at that junk that's piled on top of the starter right there. We're gonna try. I think we got everything loose. We'll find out here in a second. We didn't take the torque converter bolts out, so we're hoping we pull the converter with it. Not to get under there. Okay. Getting somewhere. Get out.
Do you want me to go off while you do that? It's hitting the radiator.
It's hitting the radiator. We might have to pull the radiator out.
You want to angle it really far?
I don't think we can. It's a zipper, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised all those bolts came out. Usually those strip out. The lines come loose for the transmission.
It is an indeed ripper.
Do
I
what?
do say so myself.
Right. Lower it down some. Now we need to go forward. There you go.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. That wasn't too bad, huh? Okay. We got her out. Let's take the oil pan off, huh?
Yeah.
Here's the donut lock. I know you like looking at the
I
donut.
love the donut. It's just my favorite part.
I don't see a tore up spot on the flex plate. There's cobwebs because it never got around to that side. Sometimes the front and back corners are a different size. Yep, they're half inch. Is this your favorite part, Tars?
Yes, it is.
You love the teardown, huh?
Yes.
Find out what's wrong.
It's like a treasure hunt, kind of.
This thing was more stuck than our old Samurai was, huh?
Yeah.
Usually want to leave one in like the middle. It's one that's easy to get to. Grippers, you get your grippers on?
I'm gonna try that after.
I can't do it.
I don't think I can either. I think it's too slippery. Yeah, I'll go get the wrench.
Alright, this is the last oil pan bolt. I've never tore down a motor that we soaked in diesel fuel for 24 hours. That was dramatic.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, look at that. Look out there.
Ew!
Wow. Look how much caked on goodness is right there. Wow, that's like 1.5 inches thick.
Man.
Look at the main caps. So
Wow.
I don't see anything broken sitting in the pan. So what is stopping us? We can look at the bores from the bottom.
Ooh! Why does it look like that?
Just lots of not changing the oil.
Disgusting.
You see the bores up in there? See how chunky they are on the sides? Oh wow, look at this one. See on the sides of the cylinder walls? It's just as chunky or more on this bottom side that we couldn't reach than it was on top. Yeah, that's hideous. Everything just caked up. Our timing chain's still in place, so it wasn't a balled up timing chain. Could be a bunch of lifters that were stuck, you know. That's definitely a possibility. Wow.
That is insane.
Yeah, like right there. And that's after flushing it. Look at that. So that goes to show you, like, even though you flushed something, why didn't that come out?
Look, I thought that was bottom. Wrong-o.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Look how much sludge. And that, it's so gritty. Like it's hard.
Look.
And that's after we did all that. I gotta think this car was not running when it got parked there. If it was running, it was barely running.
That's wild.
I've never seen main caps caked up like that. That sludged up, that the main caps are just covered in sludge.
That's crazy.
I'd like to know what oil they ran. Wow.
That's disgusting. It's like crunchy almost. Then you crunch
Yeah.
it and it's like just, I've never seen that before, ever.
Not that bad.
It's crazy.
Our crank bolt was straight up rounded out.
There was probably no hopes for that one running. Just like
And
that,
I came
you
into
know?
this one hoping that we'd have a good one finally, you know, like something that would run. I guess let's try to pull this harmonic balancer and timing cover off. Maybe we can disconnect the cam and crank and see if one of them spins freely and one of them doesn't. Oh, great. That didn't work, did it?
Oh, that's great.
It's not great.
It's hilarious.
I thought I had a better socket on that too. That's just fine.
It's literally round. There's like no size on that no more.
That's true.
It's hot.
That's not funny.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Woo!
Now I'm gonna get that off.
It's unfortunate.
That's how stuck our belt was. Left big chunks over there. I really don't have a great way to take this out. I thought I might have one of those sockets that's made for rounded off bolts, but the biggest one I have is smaller than this. So that's unfortunate. She's determined to get the oil filter off.
I can't get it off. She's so stuck on there. I don't help nothing.
Oh, it's ripping apart. You see that? It ripped it. The rust.
That's black. Look, it's just.
It's just going right through the oil filter. I always wonder how oil filters rust out when they're in oil. It's not coming off. We picked a good one, didn't we?
Yeah. Pretty sure
It's
it is.
coming off.
That is wild.
It doesn't feel like it's getting any easier. I don't understand that. Wow. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's like rust chunks inside there, which is like in oil patches in the block. So all this would have went through the system. Look down there. And see that inside there?
It's gritty.
Yeah, it is in terrible shape. I drove a 20 millimeter socket over it, which is slightly smaller than 13/16.
Woo!
There you go. Just permanently on that socket. So.
Oh gosh. Sock it down.
We got the old 3-jaw puller here. Have to pull the harmonic balancer.
Ooh.
Alright, let's take the timing cover bolts out. What'd you do to your hair, Squeeze?
Change it up a little bit.
You painted your hair?
Yes.
Did you get that in fan mail?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yes.
It's very nice.
anybody.
That ain't NASCAR.
Sorry. I popped that bad boy off there. Try it from this side now.
Is everything stuck
Is that
on
just,
the starter?
is that just sludge? Is that what that is? Pull out.
Oh.
Wow. Scrape that.
That's
That
disgusting.
is absolutely terrible.
That's horrendous.
Wow. This is by far the sludgiest motor I've ever seen.
Terrible.
Let me get some gloves on.
So our timing chain's still there. It's super tight here and super loose on this side. So something's jammed up. We may have a jammed up camshaft.
Would not surprise
We may have stuck lifters in the bore.
me. Just wow. That is just awesome.
Ew. You got the goodies?
Oh wow.
Sorry about your face. You should be able to pry it side to side like you did the other thing. I think the cam's stuck.
Everything is stuck.
Oh, it's coming. You want to try it?
Yeah. Oh, scrape at that. Look, the timing chain won't even roll. Look, it's like stuck to the thing.
Here,
Look.
Oh, that's fixed. Whoa, golly, like a dog shaking off. Quit. The big question is, will the crank turn now? Now it's not connected to the cam.
Wow, it's like really extra.
I have low hopes that it'll turn.
It ain't going. Hey, I got it.
Oh, my feces.
I was gonna hold that for you, but
Okay. Well, it's still stuck. Looks
that's
like.
crazy.
Yeah, I can't turn it. So something's still stuck in this crankshaft because it should have spun with that. So is this super stuck? Where's our timing gear? So it's all stuck.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, the cam's stuck in the block and the crank's stuck. Both. Oh, wait. There we go. We're getting a little bit. I feel it hitting lifters as it goes around. And it's stuck again. So we had more than just one thing stuck. How groovy this is right here. This is where the front pump seal runs and it's got grooves cut in it. While I was taking the donut loose.
Why are you trying to clean this engine block up?
Because I like it.
Just to clean everything. So I can't rotate this around to get to the other converter bolts. So I'm going in here with a wrench and trying to take them loose. Finally got that out of there. This thing can come off. It says 250 here. That doesn't look like factory markings. It could be, but I don't think it is. That says 76. We're gonna put on the engine stand, flip it over, knock the pistons and rods out of it. I believe this has the same bell housing flange as a Windsor 302. Yeah, that's the same bell housing flange as the last 302 we worked on, so that's cool. I think the 250 and the 300 had the same bell housing flange as a Windsor.
Did you say NASCAR?
I couldn't imagine what an inline 8 looks like on one of these, as long as these are. One thing I see already that doesn't make any sense, aside from this saying 76, it also says D6 here. So D in Ford language means 70, 6 means 76. This car's a 73. So it doesn't have the original engine in it, apparently. How do you not have the original engine?
And it still looks
And
terrible.
it looks like junk, and it's been parked forever. Like, how all those things happen at the same time?
Papa's rough on her.
Here comes some antifreeze and some diesel fuel. At least it had antifreeze in it, I guess. But now you can see the camshaft in the bottom, guys. Look right here.
And I also can see the bottom of the bore right here, and it looks terrible. This stuff that's on the lobes is like extremely gritty.
Look at the freeze plug situation. It's like boom, boom, boom,
Look,
boom.
look at that
They're like in a
cylinder
U
wall.
shape. Oh, yeah.
All rusty.
Oh, okay.
Let's pull some rod caps off. So this has got the 7 main caps, just like a 300 does. So that's good. I think the smaller ones don't have that many main caps. Oh, here we go. That was easy enough. Small rod bolts. And it looks pretty scarred up, like it's had a bunch of dirty oil going through it. See the lines in the crankshaft too?
You gotta be kidding me. I just shot out stuff.
This is easier than a V8. They're all pretty easy to access. Can you tap on the cap at all with your little JCPenney hammer?
This guy's weird though.
Look at that. I've never seen a bearing that looks exactly like that. It has like a weird gray color to it. Look at the
this is too.
texture to it.
Yeah.
Get the oil pump off there. Once again, very cruddy oil pump. That's your oil pump drive shaft. Peeling and coming apart. You got some puny looking rod bolts. Yeah, they all look terrible. We wouldn't have any oil pressure if it would have ran.
Come on. It's loose, like it's jiggling. There
The
you go.
wiggles there. That's even got like rust, it looks like.
Yeah.
Can we knock some pistons and rods out of here? Well, you ready to catch it?
Yep.
Ooh. Does it come out?
Yep.
Got some scarring on the side of the cylinders.
That's
Oil
surprising.
tension rings are completely stuck on the piston, which would have made it smoke like crazy. That's actually free. Ooh, that one's really stuck. This may be one of our ones, huh? Let's try it. Is this one not stuck? Okay, got it.
Oh,
The ring's stuck on it. Look, all 3 rings are stuck. Oh, wow.
that looks pretty bad.
That looks hideous. That's number 4.
Yeah.
This is the one that was so bad.
Wow.
But all our rings are completely stuck. Change your oil, guys.
Ooh, look at like the top of the
Bore,
that.
yeah,
Look
the
how
bottom of the
terrible.
bore, actually, yeah.
Well, the bottom, but top of the
Ring stuck.
Yeah, they're all stuck.
Well, that one has a little wiggle.
Well, it's still stuck. It doesn't rotate.
Oh,
Look at that. The rod won't move back and forth on the piston.
hammer it.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, we're good to go now.
Oh yeah, she's free.
Nothing to worry about. You about dropped that one.
Yeah, you definitely about did.
I was pretty free.
Oil ring stuck, but the compression rings aren't. You stuck? Look at that. The front and the back one is what was stuck so bad. Why would those have been the ones stuck? Not moving at all.
Terrible.
Let me give it the smack. We'll never get that out of there, will we?
Just hammer it sideways.
We just broke the piston.
Actually,
Yeah, we broke the piston skirt
You're
off.
kidding.
And Ralphie told me to do it.
no.
Let's roll the footage back.
Oh, hammer it sideways.
Yes, that's what you
Oh, that's what I would have done.
Look at this.
That's
Piece of the piston right
crazy.
there.
That's tragic.
Yeah, I don't think it really mattered considering the condition. All the way down the bottom of the piston. That's really stuck.
It's coming.
Let's just fall out of there. I mean, there shouldn't be nothing holding it. How thin those bearings look. Wipe that off, Wall. Look at the bearing surface on the inside. Completely stuck on the piston. Top ring stuck. Oil ring stuck. Look at all the rust inside that piston pin. Yeah, not in good shape. Yeah, all scarred up. I haven't seen a spun bearing though, which kind of surprises me.
Wow, there's a lot of rust on these.
The oil ring stuck. A lot of caked up junk on there. But the pin's free.
So now, can we try to twist it?
Can we spin the crankshaft? Wow. It's still that hard.
That's crazy.
That crank's still stuck. There's nothing touching the crank. It's still stuck. What is it stuck in?
Thread.
It's not connected to anything else. I'm trying to see if it's like caked up, like against the counterweights. It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Really? It's that sludged up that you can't even spin the crank with nothing connected to it. I can't turn it.
I mean, it moved like a millimeter.
Maybe.
It won't spin still.
That's crazy.
How in the world is it that stuck that you can't even turn it with nothing connected to it? The cam lobes in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're supposed to be sparkly, shiny, you know, polished.
Oh, wow.
It's like sand or something.
It's like the most gritty. It's so gritty feeling too. It's like.
So I've got vice grips on the bolt here. You can't spin the cam either.
Wow.
It won't spin. So the cam and the crank are stuck in the block still. Now, that's way past what I would have guessed. I thought because this engine was still sealed up and everything, I thought we'll get it to break loose. Maybe it won't be even stuck, right? Mm-hmm. And it's mega stuck. And I thought, well, we'll get the head off of it and get all the rockers and push rods out where it has no valves anymore, and then it'll be free. And that didn't happen. And then I thought, well, once we get the chain off here, maybe the cam's stuck. And then I thought, well, maybe if we get the pistons and rods out of it, then the crank will be free for sure. It's still not free. That's unbelievable. I guess let's pull the main caps. Low scoring. It stinks. You smell it. Yeah, when you break this stuff open. Y'all smell it?
Tip-tap.
Did you say tiptoe by the window?
Tiptoe by. Yeah.
Come on, Gear.
There we go.
Are you loose that for sure?
No. Oh man, that was so tragic.
Look at the scar on that one.
Wow.
That's a big scar.
It's a big scar.
That is a pretty big scar. Here, Dad.
It smells so bad.
I was wondering what the smell was. I was like, Dad. Sorry.
Listen, Cindy Crawford, why don't you zip it?
Who's that?
Look at me. Let me see.
Did I get on my face?
Yeah.
Like right here?
Will it spin now?
No.
You should literally be able to grab it and just do this. Huh. I didn't see a spun main bearing. I guess there's just enough resistance with these counterweight edges, like where the thrust is. Just pop it up out here. It smells hideous. It smells like something you just left in the oven too long or something.
Wow.
Big long crankshafts. Look at number 2. Look at number 5.
Dusty. Look at
That's
it.
after we did all the work we did.
We thought we had done something to help it.
There would have been so much grit still in this motor. We would have ran it. Wow.
Yeah, it would have.
That's awful. This number 5 cylinder looks absolutely hideous. Like 5 and 2 look awful, which is honestly the one I wasn't as worried about. I thought like 4 would be the worst.
Is this rust? Is that what this is?
I think it's a combination of like rust and sludge. Yeah, look at the board. You can see from the top, it's like decent and then it goes to poo. Yeah, especially 5 and 2, which I don't know why 5 and 2. Oh, 5 and 2 were probably at the same spot because that's how inline 6 works. Like 2 of them go up while 2 of them go down. So 5 and 2 are probably all the way up. The 250 is supposed to have a 3.68 bore and a 3.91 stroke. So it's a stroker version of the 200 inline 6 like the Zephyr has. 3.69. So it's 10 thousandths over. So it's been rebuilt before apparently. Which probably explains why it has the different block than the factory one.
Probably explains why it's a hog leg.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
Every time.
Sorry.
So guys, we just got a dud this time, you know, on the engine at least. It's gonna have to be completely rebuilt if we did anything with it. I don't know a ton about these engines, but it would be very tempting to just go ahead and do a 300 inline 6 if we were gonna do an inline 6 in it. I believe they have the same bell housing flange, it would bolt right up. And the 306 has a intake manifold that unbolts, so you can change out intake manifolds. I have to do some research on that, but I don't know that we'll rebuild this one. It'll probably get something that's in a little better shape dropped into it. So I guess let us know in the comments if it needs to be inline 6 or it needs to be V8 or other possibilities. I guess there's 4-cylinder ideas. I guess there's V10, V12. What is there, Ralphie?
Inline 8.
Inline 8. Man, just take the grill out and the front motor and stick the motor out the front of it, I guess.
V16.
Wow.
Bugatti.
So I guess vote below what we should do with this thing. Wall's got her eye on it. She keeps talking about it. I was really, really hoping that this motor was going to be a runner, but it's not looking that way.
From it.
My experience is you're better off to start off with a good engine than to try to rebuild a really bad one. Not that it's not possible. I mean, this is a lot better than starting with one that's like had spun bearings and stuff, because then you have issues possibly with block and crank stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some figuring and decide what to do here. For it not to be rusted up solid and full of water, it was so stuck. Just seemed to be stuck from like old oil and sludge. It's definitely the sludgiest motor we've ever took apart.
Ever. Terrible.
You know, a 351 Cleveland wouldn't be bad in this hog leg here. We got to put a 351 Cleveland something at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But I was really hoping to go the 6-cylinder route, but I don't know. I'll have to be scouring the internet for a 306 maybe or something.
Hey, a V16 wouldn't be bad either.
Pour it out for your homies.
Exactly. Guys, you can check out our website at thesleeperdude.com. Artwork from the kids. We got all kinds of new stuff right now with shirt designs, posters, new keychains. We got new stickers. We got a little bit of everything. So please go check us out at thesleeperdude.com. Thank you to everybody that watches the videos. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you.
Facts. Whoa!
Thank you to everybody that likes, comments, subscribes. Everybody does super thanks. All of our members. What is going on
My
here?
hands are so dirty.
Here, hit him with it. He don't care. This boy's hungry. I VHS that thing, didn't I? You can check out our second channel app.
Sleepy Dude 2.
You can check out our third channel app.
Sleepy Dude Armed.
You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok app.
Sleepy Dude 88.
And you can check us out on Rumble app.
Sleepy Dude.
Exactly. Future videos, we are probably going to work on Mom's MG.
Yay!
Coming soon to a cabinet TV near you.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the middle of working on the Oldsmobile wagon right now as well. We also have some things on their way for the Cushman. So hopefully we'll get on it soon. And I also need to tear into that Falcon and figure out what I hurt back at Ford Fest. I just haven't had time, guys. Well, it's getting dark out there. We better go see the animals. Wayne has already heard us. So has Rocky and George and Rocky Jr. She's grunting.
Look at that mushroom.
That is a big mushroom.
Jump on the fence to get it.
What's he
Oh
doing?
my gosh, how did that grow?
Come over here and rip it in half. Wow. What a big mushroom.
As big as your head.
That's the biggest mushroom I've seen in a while.
Rocky. Is it like
Ew,
powder?
Oh, it's one of those powdery ones? Yeah, you'll get it all over you. There you go, buddy. Rocky was really hoping this thing wouldn't be a chunk either.
I've never done that.
You never done
I don't
that?
think I've ever done that.
Wow.
Aggressive. What a cute little mini pig. What's the average weight of a mini pig, you'd say?
Oh, 300 pounds.
Oh, it makes sense, makes sense.
Wow.
Like, as long as you don't have to have a forklift to move her, she's a mini pig. She's a good girl. Oh, look at Rocky. Man, he turned the boost up. He turned it up.
Scramble button.
Here you go, guys. Look at you two, best buddies.
It's so good.
There you go, Murphy. Oh, Granny's gonna take it from
Murph,
you. Hurry, hurry, Granny. There you go. Okay.
You're so good.
Oh, hey, bud.
This may be a mini pig.
Hey, girl.
Potbelly.
All the babies are still doing good. This big baby too.
And remember, G saves and Dollar General's over 7 miles. Woo!
Okay, okay.